Hello, good evening, and welcome to all of you out there, the best and the brightest in the fountain pen community, the cursive literate, the always engaging, interesting audience that I could ever possibly ask for. So welcome to the live Hemingway Jones Fountain Pen Show and podcast here on mighty YouTube. My favorite place to be on a Tuesday night, and many of yours as well. I probably didn't pick the best camera angle this evening because you can see all the junk on my floor, but that's okay. We're going to roll with it. It's kind of cool though. You get to see the full expanse of my library wall as it diminishes toward the door. And anyway, welcome to everyone who is always here in the chats and in the comments. You guys mean the absolute world to me. So I'm always delighted to see you. I see many thumbs up flying by. I appreciate that so much. And I have a very exciting show for you this evening, and I can't wait to share some of what I have for you. I have so much to talk about tonight. First off, our main topic are the fountain pen mistakes I wish I didn't make, and there are many. And I hope we get to them all, but if we don't, I'll save them for a future show. So that's one thing I will be speaking about tonight, but it's not the only, because there's some other stuff too. I'm kind of organizing things while I speak. There's a pen that I am falling madly in love with. And this happens. And it happens with me quite a bit. And it's always the ones that I get and I sort of look at and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I find that a little bit challenging. And I find when there's something really challenging about a fountain pen that there's something I sort of need to learn about it. And then I fixate on it and the gears start turning. And then before you know it, it's in one of my lists. And then I'm using it quite a bit. And the very observant among you may have noticed that it's been in my pen case, although I took it out for this evening. I'm going to show you my pen case in a moment. And then I get kind of super fixated on it. So I kind of can't wait to share that with you. I also want to welcome all the members. I see many of the normal, usual suspects. The members are such a source of comfort for me. I consider you guys producers of the channel. And this is why I put you at the end credits, because I feel like you deserve to be credited, because you're my sounding board, you're people I share some of my insecurities at times and things behind the scenes, you know, the member check-ins and things. You guys mean the world to me. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, there is a join button next to subscribe. I'd love to have you. You could get your name in the end credits as well. And really the only thing I ask is, if you're a regular viewer or listener here on the podcast on YouTube, please subscribe. I would just love to have you on this journey with me, and seeing you subscribe, it just tells me I'm doing something right and kind of guides me towards making more of the content that you seem to like. So I would appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you for being here. So thanks, guys. Okay, so what should I show you first? So much fun stuff. I guess I should mention, I always like to do my own commercials. So last week's video was on the Lamy Studio, had a fantastic reaction. Thank you all for that. I'm really proud of that. Hannes Wittstein, we had to celebrate the designer of the Lamy Studio. And because I'm me, I also found some faults with it, but generally a pen I like, especially an Orion. I had a really fun Orion special effect there. I hope you guys caught that. If you did catch it, let me know in the comments. I would appreciate it. And what you think of my editing as I learn more and more about editing. So Lamy Studio was last week. If you haven't caught that video, catch it. It's a lot of fun. This week is on the Galen leather journal cover and kind of my educational system that I've been using, all my thoughts on it and what I've been using it for. I think you'll enjoy this video very much. That's this week, Thursday at noon on the Galen leather journal. And then next week is an epic week because finally the Waterman expert video comes out. And I know you guys love when I do histories. I take a deep dive into Waterman. I get some footage of the opera in Paris. I think you'll really appreciate. We talk about the opera edition of the Waterman expert and I review it. So we finally get that one to the air. I'm like 2 months out. And sometimes I do silly things, guys. I'd like to take a minute and kind of tell you one of the silly things I did over the weekend. So over the weekend, and the members already know this, but I reviewed the Blue Dew wet noodle nib. And it's made out of steel, but it does things that vintage gold nibs do. So I had this idea like, oh, that's interesting. It's kind of puzzling that a steel nib can mimic a Waterman 5, for instance. It's puzzling. It's kind of like the riddle of steel. And then I was like, riddle of steel, where have I heard that? That's right, Conan the Barbarian. And then I decided, okay, well, I'm going to do this video and relate it to the riddle of steel in the first Conan movie. And before you go, Tim, what are you doing? Like, Conan, are you serious? I'm mostly serious. The first Conan movie was in part written by Oliver Stone, and it was written to be an existential argument. It's like the one man against many. He gives a famous speech to that regard. I'll spare you, but I do my version. So it has more undercurrents than just a mindless, dumb, barbarian movie. It was John Millis, Oliver Stone, a lot of really good people made it. Okay, but why is that important? Well, I decided I wanted to do it, and then I decided that I needed theme music, that I needed music that sounded like Conan the Barbarian. But I didn't want to get sued by using the actual music. So like a madman, and I think you expect this from me, I learned how to approximate the Conan Anvil of Crom theme music, which will probably sound terrible, but I'll let you hear a few moments of right now. So I wrote this. I don't know if you can hear this. Oh, sorry. I think you can hear it. Okay, so I had to incorporate that into my video. So I am at the madman point where if I want music to sound like music, I'm writing it and putting it in GarageBand and putting it in my video. But the great part is that I can't get copyright strikes because I did it. And as long as I don't completely rip somebody off, I'm okay. So I'm very pleased. It came out great. And with the visuals, so that's how I spent my weekend. So what should have been a 4-hour edit was like a 6-hour, 7-hour edit. It's a little crazy. Wow, I need to recognize somebody already. Thank you so much, Peggy Wild. Thank you. $2 super chat. Thank you. Just joined. Welcome. Thank you so much. Thanks for creating this space. Thank you for being here. And thanks for the super chat. Helps keep the lights on. And if you just joined, Peggy, you will be in the ending credits in about 2 months, unless I move something up, because I post out like 2 months. But sometimes I move things up. So if you show up and then you disappear, don't think like I lost you. I just simply put you out of order, one that had you on there. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the super chat keeping the lights on. So thank you. So I'm really trying to raise my game, guys. I'm trying to make it really interesting musically, visually, and otherwise. I've been learning a lot about editing. I can bring clips now out of the Infinity and then pop them onto the screen. I sometimes have things fall off. I can have things move across the screen. I've really learned a lot in these past, what's it been, 4 years since I started the channel? Crazy, right? Ryan Casey, how are you? $4.99 super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the great content and members update lately. Thank you. Laid up with a broken leg right now. Oh, I'm so sorry. And it's been keeping me sane during recovery. Ryan, I'm so sorry, my friend. Big hugs, man. Hope you get better soon. Thank you so much for the super chat. And thanks both of you guys for helping keeping the channel going and the kind words. And when it comes to the channel, right? I created this channel to have a place where I could express myself and talk about my pen journey. As I've said from the beginning, I never claim to be the guy who knows everything. I'm the guy on a journey. I actually am learning quite a bit, and having the channel sort of forces me to learn, and it's delightful. But I don't know when, if ever, I'd consider myself necessarily an authority beyond my own experiences. And that's why I kept it very specifically to my experiences. And I've always tried to bring more in than just a pen review. Sometimes I get bored if it's just a pen review. So I like to add more stuff to make it more interesting for you. So I shall strive to keep it interesting. I call myself a pentologist. I was thinking of like a steelologist, but I think a pentologist is good. It's a study of pen, or the study of writing, perhaps, is who I am. Super happy to be using the same old desk too, by the way. That's very important for me. Okay, so I did want to show you my pen case as of late and kind of tell you a story. So I'm using the Fillmore from Rick Shaw. Love it so much. Nice, beautiful, big padded case. And I have two in here right now. I have the Pilot Custom Urushi with Konpeki ink. And this is very important because in our industry, in the banking industry, there's a new sort of focus on original signatures. And when you're signing with a Pilot Custom Urushi with Konpeki ink, there's no mistaking an original signature. So this is sort of my signature pen now for work, and I've been delighting in it. And then this is sort of my writing one. This has, I think I put Midnight Blue in this, yeah. So this is my 149 in fine, the one I picked up in Paris. It's writing like a beast, which I'm enjoying very, very much. So those are the two pens that I've been carrying to work lately. I want to recognize another super chat from BJ Bacchitis. Thank you so much. I hope I said that right. $5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Love your channel. Is having 18 pens inked at a single time a sign of an inkaholic? Maybe. I wouldn't be too hard on yourself. I have many more inked, in part because I am always filming. So I don't think 18 is that excessive. You might run into the same issue as me, where you sometimes forget and then the ink just dries there. So you might have to at some point start cleaning some. But no, not at all. Thank you for the super chat. Thanks for keeping the channel rolling. This is my backup pen case. I bring this quite a bit. This is my St. Dupont Defy. And I sounded like Stephen Toast for a minute. Do you guys know Stephen Toast? I love Stephen Toast. I love Matt Berry. And he does, like Clem Fandango. Yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango. He's also funny in What We Do in the Shadows. But anyway, this is my St. Dupont. And a lot of people ask me, how do I get one? And I'll have to say that when it comes to the St. Dupont, I would love for each of you to get one. I think if you want one like this, you just need to be patient and hope one comes up. It's quite a, I don't want to say a rare beast, but I don't see a lot of them. I saw this one. I jumped on it. I'm really glad it did. We bonded. We're so close. Aren't we close? We are. I am very passionate about this pen. This is the kind of steel nib that makes you forget gold, and you don't even miss that it's not. It's just unique and interesting and gorgeous. Just such a gorgeous nib. Incredibly aggressive looking, dagger-like, but a beautiful pen. Lacquer and palladium. I love the word palladium. I love this pen. But I would say, I would encourage you to find your own ST DuPont Defy. This is what resonated with me. Something else might resonate with you. Find your own passion, your own Defy. This might be the fountain pen of a psychopath, as it's been stated in my video. But it can be something else for you, perhaps. But it is brilliant if you can find one. And then I still have my Asvine V800. Chunky boy. But we like him. He's a little substantial in the hand. But it's been writing great. So I like it. I like the color. I'm pleased. And I still have both Schaefer Legacies in 2 different colors. So that's kind of my backup kit. I'm going to show you a few other things, a few other like show and tell things, and then I'm going to get into the pen I've fallen in love with. And then I want to talk about the Scribo pen that I've been showing briefly. Okay? And then I'll get into the main topic. So it's all pens tonight, guys. I will remind you, though, if you don't mind, to please subscribe, because I'd really like you along for the journey with me. From the pen, we can go anywhere and everywhere, and we do, don't we, guys? We do. Okay, let me show you something else. I got a new kind of journal set up, which is funny because the video this week is on the Galen A5, and this is the Paper Republic A6 that has my initials on it. I haven't started using this as of yet, but I really like my setup, and I'll probably tweak it before I film with it, but I have this really great card holder kind of envelope holder thingy, and then I have this beautiful Mount Fuji decorated Paper Republic insert, which doesn't have lines. I wanted it to be kind of free form. Although I forgot I already had one that was free form from Paper Republic, but that's okay. Now I have 2. And then this, and I'm really jazzed about this. It's Paper Republic. This color is I think it's Venetian or Venetia. It's something Venice because I'm sucked in by anything Venice. If you name something Venice, I'm going to buy it, and buy it I did. I put my personal monogram on there. TJS is my monogram. Timothy Joseph, for those that care. And I'm really jazzed about this. I also showed this on a short, so I thought I'd give it a little bit more attention. This is the beautiful pen case that was sent to me by a very generous listener or viewer. I'm not sure. Could be a listener. A lot of people listen. And this is the case for the 147. Doesn't it look beautiful in its own little case? And then on the side here, you have all these spaces for backups. So it's a beautiful case. I'm going to throw a little bit of Picard leather conditioning on it. It's a little on the tight side. So I just want to make sure it lasts and it doesn't get too stiff. But beautiful Mont Blanc case. So thank you for that. And the pen I traded with a lovely viewer as well. So it's really great kind of to have this basically for nothing, which is fantastic. Thanks to you guys. Super chat, $10 from James McNamara, 1837. Thank you. Other than an obviously damaged nib, bent or broken, are there any other obvious signs that a nib needs repair or adjustment? There can be. It kind of depends on the nib. Bent or broken. By the way, thank you so much for the super chat. It means the world to me. Sometimes there's little adjustments, like it's not quite sitting on the feed right. You can see it slightly askew. Some of my older pens kind of look terrible under loops, especially flex nibs, vintage flex nibs, and yet they still write magnificently. So sometimes bent doesn't even necessarily mean that it writes bad, which is strange and ironic. Sometimes the tines, there's just too much sunlight going through there, and you're like, wait a minute, that doesn't look right. I think it's anytime something doesn't look right. I don't have any, but I've seen nibs with cracks. That's really scary. But, sometimes things don't write well and they look perfect, in which case it's usually a feed or something, or an attachment where the feed attaches to the converter or whatever filling system it is. So thank you for that, and for the generous and beautiful super chat. It means a lot. By the way, how's the Great Wave doing? Great Wave's doing pretty good, huh? Pretty good. So yep. And I have the Great Wave out. It's a little dusty. Your ink boxes get dusty. I hate it when I'm filming and I forget to dust them, and then I film them and they look all dirty. That happens a lot. The worst thing is I don't have the best eyes, and a lot of times I'll even use my chamois and I clean pens or I clean nibs, and then I edit and then I post it and I watch it on my big television, and it's got fuzz on it. But I just figure that's how it is, right, guys? It's how it is. So this is going to come in handy in a moment. I do want to mention my new channel that I'm about to launch. I've been creating some videos for it. It's called A Life Well Worn. And I think I'm going to launch it next Monday, barring anything like I can't get everything done in time. So I've been banking some shorts. It's mostly shorts, and then there'll be the long videos that explain things in depth. So you know how I've been talking about certain fashion items on here from time to time, and if you're into fountain pens, you're probably like, why is he doing that? And it's just because it makes me happy. And I always thought, well, this is my channel. I'll just not going to say dump. That sounds pejorative. I'll just post everything here, even if it's not necessarily in line with the mission of the channel. You know what I mean? But maybe I shouldn't do that. So I was thinking, I really like to talk about men's clothes. I've been writing about men's clothes for 25 years, different outlets. And why not put all that knowledge to work? So I figured I'd start a whole different channel. You're invited to come. You don't have to. And we'll talk about that over there in a different way. It's not going to be as highly concept and produced. The longer videos will be, but the shorts won't. As Hemingway Jones. Like, Hemingway Jones is my home. So this will always be the main focus. But over there, talk a lot about what I'm wearing, where it came from, how to sustain it, how to find stuff yourself, how to pick things that will last. High quality items. So I will invite you to come and join me at some point. Hopefully next Monday. Okay, I think I'll talk first about the pen that I've fallen in love with. And maybe some of you have guessed it. Has anybody guessed it? Anybody want to take a guess in the comments which pen I've strangely fallen in love with? Oh, thanks for the thumbs up, everyone. I see a wave of thumbs up. I appreciate that. Okay, I will show you. I won't torture you too much, I think. Oh, I see Ryan is psyched for the new channel. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate that. I picked up a few Forever clothing pieces this year, and I love learning about more quality clothing. Got a shot New York City P code. Oh, that's fantastic. Well done. I'm planning to have for the long haul. Pea coats are great, well done. You may have seen me wear a duffel coat. It's not shot, it's LO Bean from the 80s, and that thing is indestructible. It's so warm. So, very, very nice. Captain Journal, very close, my friend, very close. Very, very close. You probably saw it on the thumbnail, but you're very close. SC DuPont is true, technically. So great guess there, but we'll talk about that a different night. Sadly, it's not the Asvine V800, even though it's very nice. I'm sure it's worthy of love. Just not with me. We're not a love match. I did not give the Asvine V800 my final rose. Oh, super chat. Thank you. You're helping me postpone this suspense on showing which pen I've fallen in love with. $4.99 from One Pashar. Thank you. All in on men's clothes. Look forward to it. Great. Thanks so much. And you know, many of you have asked about watches, and I never thought that I should post them here on Hemingway Jones, but I can do a whole watch collection thing over on A Life Well Worn. I can talk about the Cricket sweater or Tattersall. Cartier. There's so much fun stuff we can do. And I think I like the name A Life Well Worn, because it's not about buying stuff. It's about celebrating the things you have and holding on to them longer. And it's also sort of about life, and it's sort of a good life. And it's also, I'm a little worn and my items are a little worn. So it's a life well worn, like a life well lived, but well worn. I kind of like it. But I could probably be talked out of it. So, and I am ready for a wave of criticism. All right, let me show you. So it is, and I must thank Joost Appelboom for sending me this magnificent fountain pen that I really kind of didn't like when I first looked at it. This is the M809. And it's actually going to show up on a list very soon. So it's going to be on the channel very soon. I might do an independent review, or I might do something more personal where I just talk about how I feel about it. But I've really fallen in love with it. I think it's a little crazy, though. It's crazy to cover a gorgeous gold nib. It's just crazy. But it has an ink view window, which you can't see because I filled it with ink. And I filled it with ink at work. I have some blue ink. Gosh, I forget the brand, but I filled it right on top of black. So I was very, very reckless with ink, as I often am. I think you know that about me. So here we are. We got some blue, but I didn't like this pen because I think it's a little strange that its gold nib is covered in black, and it has a bold nib, which isn't my favorite nib, but you can write really nicely with it, and it's brilliant for signing your name. So as kind of uncomfortable as it made me, I just more and more got seduced by how interesting and different it is. The flow. That blue-black looks nice. Totally accidental. I'm going to run out of the black because it had black in it. Now I just fill blue on top of it because I am reckless with my inks. But it's a really nice writing experience. Very nice. Amazing flow. So I just really love this thing. It's just really interesting to me. I love that it's blacked out. I love how mysterious it looks. I'm sure I'll do something on it soon. Flow love. That's what it kind of says there. So very nice pen. Thank you, Joost Appelboom. Yo, by the way, it is the Pelican. If you're curious and you want to get one of these for yourself. Pelican M 809. I think it's around $1,100. I'm not positive. I should probably look that up because Yost sent it. He just sent it to me, which is very nice. But I want you to know that. And when I first saw it, I was kind of like, this pen is a little ridiculous. Why would you black out everything beautiful about a pelican? You know, make a black nib, but it has a different character like this. It's sleek, it's subversive, it's strangely elegant. It fits in seamlessly at the office. I don't know, I just really, really like it. I really do. Okay, I see some super chats. So don't think that I missed you guys, okay? So let me talk about Brick by Brick 75 with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I do wish that women's clothing still produced some life well-worn items. Best of luck with the new channel and with your life well-worn. Thanks. I think I might mention some because with Helen here, I probably will wade into those waters. There are a few things that I think could fall under the purview. There are certainly purses that are interesting and probably really good bargains for what they are. And I would put on that list, from my perspective, Mulberry. I think Mulberry does an absolutely brilliant job of making really nice leather goods at a fairly affordable price, and they hold up for a long time. So there are some. My wife has a pair of Red Wing boots, and the model number escapes me, but they're high boots with a high heel, but they look like a heritage boot, and they were made in the US by Red Wing. They are gorgeous, and she's had those for years, and they're holding up great. So there are some things. So I might wade into those waters. Thank you so much for the super chat and your generosity. I really appreciate it. And also Pashar. Interesting, my IG is centered around watches, writing instruments, and mainly business attire. Once again, all in on your new channel. Sean, my man, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're at this channel. So it means the world to me, guys. Thank you. I'm going to get a lot of criticism, you know. I'm ready for it. But anytime, for one thing, you start something new, there's going to be critics. And then if you talk about clothes, people are going to say that it doesn't match, that it's stupid, that it's ugly. So, but I am ready for it. I am. I'm not a rules guy. I'm not one of these guys that's like, oh, you can't do that. Even in fountain pens, I don't like to make things rules based. I really want to show you this pen because I wanted to fill it up and try it, but I feel like I should talk a little bit about the main topic because time is flying by, guys. So my major pen mistakes, the biggest one in my life was the pressing too hard when I first bought my pens, or trying to get them to write the way I would a ballpoint. So when I bought my first fountain pen, it was a Waterman, and I made it to the eaves. Remember I told you it's in a box in the eaves? I made it to the eaves. I know it sounds like this is some kind of palatial estate, and it's not. It's a very modest house. But the eaves are in a weird spot, and they're not easy to get to. And there's storage out there, and it's storage that I haven't been in since I moved into this house. And I've been here, I think, for 11, 12 years, something like that. And I made it out there, though. I decided to just throw caution to the wind and just go for it. And I ended up in the eaves, and it was very surreal. It looks like the original house, so it's very strange there. And there were boxes, and I looked at a few, but none of which I could see had my Waterman in it. But I know it's in there somewhere, so one day I will find it. But I remember writing like it's not, the ink's not flowing properly, and I'm trying to get it to write like a ballpoint, and I snapped it in half at some point, and its pieces are in there. But I'd love to salvage the nib at this point. I feel like I could. So That is definitely a pen mistake that I made horribly early on that I regret to this day. I would love to have my first real fountain pen. You know, I mean, there were varsities and things, but that was the one. I remember I spent like $120 on it, and that was the whole world to me at the time. I mean, you know, so much money and so scary, and then I just end up breaking it like a barbarian, to tie it back to Conan. Where's my music? I'll turn my music back on. Okay, so that's definitely a pen mistake I made. And then another one is, I have a whole list here. I really love some of these. I'm going to have to do a part 2, I think, because I also want to show you the Scribo, and I want to ink it up, because I think the Great Wave would be great ink for it. And then it kind of goes with my Great Wave. One of the things on my list was mixing inks recklessly, but that's a mistake I still make. So maybe I shouldn't have that on there. But a big one, and we talked about this earlier, is letting the ink dry in a pen. I do that all the time. I do it now all the time. I do it with all kinds of pens. Everything from my Bohèmes that have the little international cartridges and they dry out. And they're really delicate to clean. You have to use a syringe cleaner like the one from Sean Designs, which I quite like. I had a hand in designing, a small hand. I had a suggestion to color code it for different pens, but he took my suggestion, which is lovely. And then maybe a baster would work too, but you don't want it to get too wet inside. Even any pen that doesn't get my immediate attention will dry out. And that's a mistake because it's kind of mean for the pen. You're not cherishing it. Well, early on, a big mistake I made was not storing pens properly. You would cringe if you saw how I stored pens. I had a box. I don't remember what I bought in it, but it was about this big. I had a lid that slid off, and I would just throw all my pens in there. No cushion, nothing. And at the time, I had my Montblanc 149. I had my Schaefer Legacy. I had my Cartier Diablo. I had my Cross Apogee. I had a since regifted Pelican Blue Ocean. I had a Mark Twain from Conklin that I regifted, that I passed on to someone. I had a bunch of pens. I'm trying to remember some of the others, but they were all, Phileas's. They were all stacked in this box, and that's how I kept them. But more pernicious than that, more injurious, were the pens that I would keep in my inner pocket of my coat, blazer, suit. And I would line up pens and they would just be wiggling against each other as if they're in a subway train and just get scratched to bits. And I did that until fairly recently. I definitely cherish things much more these days, but I would be very careful about how your pens interact with each other. Another thing I would be wary about is what's on your hand before you touch your pens. So if you're someone who's a little paranoid, as I am, and you're trying to be healthy and you don't want to get sick, so you wash your hands a lot, what are you washing your hands with? Are you ever using hand sanitizer? And if so, maybe don't touch your pen for a long time after you use hand sanitizer, because I don't know if it's the best thing for a resin pen or something else, because sometimes these things interact. They can ruin finishes or even the integrity of your pen. So be very careful with that. Another thing is when you are fixing something, and recently the piston fell out on my Blue Dew crystal pen. And by the way, that thing is so well engineered. I don't think I said it enough in the video. When you see the video, I was like, oh no, the piston fell out. What am I going to do? Well, it just finds the thread. It goes right back in. Like, it's brilliant. It's so well done. What a great feat of engineering, how that thing is put together. If you're ever frustrated about cleaning a piston fill demonstrator, you can take that thing entirely apart without tools. Without tools. He's a genius. We love him. Jeff Lim's a genius. Another one is ignoring the dry times of inks. I still do that. I get distracted. It drives me mad because I keep ledger books at work, and I like it to look pretty, and then I forget that I have an ink that takes longer to dry, or I put a lot down because it's a stub nib or a flex nib. And then I rub my hand through it and it just smears across the page. And I kind of hate myself. And I look at it. Sometimes I fix it with like whiteout, in a little roller dispenser. I'm sure you've seen it. So that's a mistake. Don't make that one. All right. I'm going to take a little break from that because I really want to get to this. And then we'll finish up. Scribo, my friend. Once again, Joost Applebaum sent me this because I've never written with the Scribo, ever. So tonight, I'm going to give it a shot. I always have trouble. Every time. Oh, that's right. I remember how to do it. Hold on. It's so funny. See, this is me. I'm very bullish. I can just rip through boxes. Look at this pen. It's so gorgeous. I almost wanted to put green. I wish I could put shimmer in, but it's too nice of a pen to put shimmer in. Because I have Midnight Jade from Ferris Wheel Press. Kind of a rare color. People want to buy it off me all the time. But look at this. It's so pretty. I was going to put Meiji no Iro in it, but I thought it was a little dull. So I decided on Tasha's Great Wave. I like Tasha inks. I like the Great Wave. I like the theme. I like the bottle. What the heck? Let's go for it. Shall we? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, isn't this exciting? We do crazy things, don't we? Don't we do crazy things? We do. As I open this ink bottle, I want to implore you to please subscribe. And if you enjoy this content, please share it with someone who else you might think would enjoy it as well. I would appreciate it. And if you'd like to help the channel even more, consider becoming a member. I'd love to have you behind the scenes. Ooh, where we do all sorts of fun stuff. And I'm trying not to get ink on my hands. So I appreciate it. But subscribe right down there. Or join. Super fun. Okay. So what we have here is a piston filler. And a beautiful, beautiful pen. I love Italian pens. They're always very mad. You know that. There's always something crazy about them. So let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, you know what? I have another secret. I don't even know if I should tell you guys this, but I think I will. Because it's my show. No one can really stop me. I think I filled it. Sometimes I couldn't really tell. It's dropping ink. I must have. I don't want to mess up my cool Hieronymus Bosch tarot card spread that my wife bought me. So this Saturday, I will be interviewed for, I believe, the August issue of Pen World magazine, which I'm really excited about. And there'll be a feature on me in there with photos. So if you don't subscribe to Pen World, now's the time. Because I'm really excited. Really excited. More on that soon. Can I post this? I don't want to, but... no. I didn't want to, but had to try. Alright, Scribo, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Oh boy. Oh boy. You are not letting me down. Wow, 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 wow. You are slippery. I think this is a fine nib. Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Oh, this is good, guys. This is good. Yost knows what he's doing. The mighty Yost. Oh, I probably shouldn't have done this. I'm not sure how to spell it. But I'm just going to wing it. Yost Applebaum sent me this. Wow, 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 wow. Slippery. Wow, this is fun. And it has a nice feel. The threads almost feel like they're not there. It's weird. Do you guys, have you felt this on the Scribo? That the threads just don't even feel like they're there. It already sort of has this look like it's wearing a corset. I get a bit of feminine energy from this, even though it's kind of a chunky pen, because it seems sort of corseted. And it has a beautiful bit of gold here on the cap, which makes me feel like it's protected, which I love. But wow. Oh, this is nice. Wow, 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 wow. This is really smooth. You guys were not over-exaggerating when you said that Scribo is one of the smoothest. I think some people say it's the smoothest. If you like smooth. I like smooth. I like smooth, and I cannot lie. Wow, it's pretty. Well, this is fun. I think this is going in my pen case, guys. And I'm going to do a video on this very soon. This is sort of a preview. But now I have to live with it. It's one thing to do the first strokes, and I'll probably take that footage and put it in the video. But it's going to be another to live with this pen. It looks like a really nice journaling pen. I really like it. Interesting. I'm going through a lot of pens lately. Especially this one. I think I'm going to have to like settle in with it for a couple weeks. It's really, oh, you should see this. It's so pretty. Look at that. Is it not gorgeous? Is it just me? Look at that. The facets. It almost looks like it's hewn from a piece of marble. Beautiful, with a lot of inclusions. I see some questions. J.R. Diaz is asking, what size nib on the Scribo? So, it is a fine, which Yost was kind enough to label for me. See, it says F, so it's a fine. Fine nib. It also comes with a like a pen case, which is pretty neat. It's kind of canvas. Ooh, with leather inside. This is really nice. Have you seen this? It's a pen roll. Looks like it'll hold two there and some ink or something over here. That's really fun. I don't know if I'll use it, but I like it. I like it. I like a value add. So, Yost, you've outdone yourself, my friend. Thank you. So, Yost is sending some gorgeous pens. I'll be posting about this very, very soon. I am sure. I'm getting a lot of really good feedback. Like a man says, the case holds two pens. I hope I said that. I think I said that. But thank you. Like a man, we share a love of Leicas, he and I. It's a beautiful pen. HJ. It is, right? Oh, here's a random question. I love random questions. What watch are you wearing? I am wearing the Cartier Tank XL automatic. And I think this is one of the bargains in the watch world because it has a beautiful, I'm not sure if it's guilloche, but see the workmanship on the face? I'm pretty sure it's guilloche. And it's automatic, so you move your hand, it gets powered. And most tanks are quartz or self-wind. And I like it because it's understated. It's got an elegance. So, yeah, you'll either see me wearing this or my Rolex. And I might actually sell all my other watches except for my Omega because so much sentimental value with that. I wore it. I bought it on one of my first dates with Helen. So I had it with me when we got married. It was on my wrist. When Imogen was born, it was on my wrist. So that one stays with me forever. But I think I'm going to sell my Seiko, my Tudor, and a few others. Mary, the lovely Mary, how are you? $4.99 super chat. Hi TJS, thank you. You are so engaging. Can't wait for your Watchmen Expert Opera review. Thank you. I hope you love it. I love that one. I'm so proud of it. I hope you like it. I have 2 experts, one dedicated to my checkbook. Oh, fantastic. Watchmen's are great. Watchmen's are great. Watchmen is one of my favorite brands. Maybe my favorite brand. So the video this week is on the Galen Leather Journal cover and what I did with it. So I show you my pages, my approach to how I use that book, and what I liked about it and what I didn't like about it. I still feel the same. I don't want to ruin it by telling you now, but I will be able to talk more about it after. I always like to do kind of a wrap-up after the show. So that comes out on Thursday. I'm really excited. And then next week is the Watchmen Expert with the opera. I've recently rewatched it, and I did a really cool job of getting some interior shots of the Watchmen opera. And I'll tell you how I lucked into that after you watch the video. So that's next week. So a lot of exciting stuff on the channel. Hopefully A Life Well Worn will debut next week. And I'll let you know. I'll put up a video on this channel just inviting you along. No pressure. And we'll have some fun over there. And then someday, 6, 7, 8 years from now when I retire, I'm going to put up kind of an educational channel. It's something I've been thinking about for a long time. 2 ideas. I want to tell stories, sort of rarer stories in the world of education, how certain things evolved and became what they are, the backstory of some things. But I'd also like to do sort of an academic roundtable, basically my take on In Our Time. So hopefully that'll happen. But you have to wait a long time for that because I'm having a lot of fun being a banker for the next 8 years, maybe 10 years or so. So we had a blast. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. I had a blast. I can't believe it's over. It went so fast. I hope you had a great time. I will see you very soon. I promise you that. So please take care of yourself. Thanks for being here. Consider subscribing. Consider becoming a member and having your name at the end credits. I'd love to see you scroll by with me. So thank you so much. Thank you all. Thanks to the members. I love you guys. And I'll see you all very soon further up the road. So take care and thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good night.